Fear of failure. There's a kind of fear that rarely stays contained. It doesn't just affect the person feeling it, it spreads. The Bible treats fear of failure this way, not as a private struggle, but as something that can weaken an entire community. Scripture is remarkably honest about this. In Deuteronomy 28, before Israel ever goes into battle, commanders are instructed to ask, "Is there any man who is fearful and faint-hearted? Let him go back to his house, lest he make the heart of his fellows melt like his own." That's striking. God acknowledges that fear is contagious. Left unchecked, it doesn't just discourage the fearful, it drains courage from everyone around them. We see the same thing in Judges 7:3 when God tells Gideon to send home those who are afraid. This isn't because fear disqualifies someone morally, it's because fear reshapes the atmosphere. When fear sets the tone, confidence collapses, and obedience starts to feel optional. That's important because modern culture often gets courage wrong. We're told courage means projecting confidence, pushing through doubt, or pretending we're stronger than we are. But Scripture never defines courage that way. Biblical courage isn't pretending you're strong, it's standing when retreat feels reasonable. Fear of failure often disguises itself as humility. It sounds spiritual. I'm just not gifted. Someone else could do this better. I don't want to get in the way. But underneath those words is often something more honest. I'm afraid to step forward, afraid of being exposed, afraid of falling short, afraid of letting people down. That's why the New Testament pushes believers in the opposite direction. Encourage one another and build one another up, Paul writes in 1 Thessalonians 5:11. Fear isolates. Encouragement fortifies. And in Ephesians 6:11, Paul doesn't say God removes the battle. He says, "Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand." Faith in Scripture isn't escape, it's endurance. God doesn't remove us from the battle. He equips us to stand in it.